I won't tell you everything I told our team afterwards, but one thing I said is disappointment has no boundaries in our world and what we do. Nor does the sheer joy and exuberance and excitement that we felt yesterday that Wyoming is feeling right now. I will congratulate Larry Chiat. He's a good friend and been a long-time friend for what he's done and for his team with their grit and toughness. But we have a team that has proven that we have that same mettle, and I'm disappointed for them that we're not the ones out chopping nets down, but we're not. That's the reality of it. And that disappointment and feeling truly has no boundaries. And we had opportunities. We didn't take advantage of enough of them. Some of it was us. Some of it was Wyoming.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now take questions for the student athletes.
I'll ask you first, Aqeel. Just talk about the game, and Coach said you had opportunities to take advantage of them. What opportunities do you think you had, and where did you take advantage the most?
When we went up by 5 points, they came down, hit the jumper. We came down, didn't score, and came down again, scored again. Momentum gone for us, momentum for Wyoming. We had multiple times, a lot of stops, and we didn't convert. We just didn't convert on a lot of stops.
No one else wants to ask questions. JJ, how are they playing you tonight? And was it a little bit different than what you'd seen? And how did you guys react and adjust to that?
They were doubling me. If I caught it on the wing and I started dribbling in, they came late. If I caught it on the block, they came over early. So they were just doubling me how everybody does. They came over. They got a lot of length with Nance and Cook under there. So the double was pretty good, but I feel like we converted on a lot of the times where we had doubles. I think Malik hit a 3 in the first half, and we played well out of it. So, but they were doubling me.
Other questions? Okay, go ahead.
I'll keep asking them.
Sure.
Aqeel, can you talk about that last sequence, about 10, 15 seconds left, you came down on the break and pulled up for the 3. What did you see, and how did it feel coming off your hands?
Well, JJ had got the rebound first. He threw it to Matt. I was wide open in the middle of the court. Winston was on my left. I forgot who was on the right, but Graybar was backing up. I saw an open 3, and I mean, I have confidence to shoot it, so I shot it. Didn't go in. Felt good.
For Malik, I think you're leading scorer tonight, 13. These are your first conference tournament. You just talk about the experience and sort of growing each game.
It was quite experiencing. Ultimately, this whole thing, you know, a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. You know, some things we didn't do. It's all kind of, you know, it's just a disappointment ultimately. That's all.
This question for JJ. During the regular season, you beat them twice by 8 and then sizable by 26 later in the year. Why was tonight such a reverse?
Well, there was a lot more on the line tonight. They did a good job just getting hot early. And, you know, both teams played hard. It was a good game overall. they made their shots, I think, a lot better this game than they did the previous 2 games. Obviously, having Nance back was huge for them, but you know, there was a lot on the line, and they needed that to get to the tournament, and they handled their business today. So you just got to give credit to them.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Okay, we'll dismiss them at this time. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Fisher?
Coach, just if you could sort of talk about the conference as a whole after this tournament, what you've seen from it in this tournament, and sort of outlook for March Madness and the NCAA tournament.
Well, we know Wyoming's going, and we think we're going. So we'll see who else goes. You know who else we think's deserving. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And this is a very, very competitive league, and it was shown in the conference tournament. Any number of teams could have been cutting nets down. Wyoming found ways to go back to back to back, and they are. So they're to be congratulated.
Over here, Coach. Right here, Coach.
Coach, could you talk about the process of the NC2A tournament? I mean, it's real quick. You don't know who you're going to play. You don't have time to normally scout like you might. But everything's kind of compressed in those couple of days. Walk us through a little bit how the process goes in the time frame and how you get everything together for the game so quick.
No disrespect. I'd just soon talk to you after on that. I'm more concerned about questions on the game today that we had. I'd be happy to talk to you later on that, but I just soon talk about Wyoming, San Diego State right now.
Back here,
Coach, you guys came out in the second half, as you have much of the season, playing very well. I think you held them scoreless for about 8 minutes. And in that stretch, I think you were only able to get maybe 10 points. And then things kind of switched back. Usually, most of the season, the second half, you were able to keep that momentum. What changed in this game where they were able to take it back from you?
Well, we haven't done that most of the season. We've done it at times during the season. And when we have, we've been successful. We've won. We started the game not guarding the way you have to guard. And to Wyoming's credit, they made shots, but they were open shots. They were too good of looks that we allowed to happen, and they made all of them early. The last 9 possessions of the half, they scored 1 basket, 3 by Graybo on an inline out of bounds. We scored 4 times. So we cut into the lead, cut a 10, 11, 12-point lead to 3 or whatever it was at halftime. You're not going to win many games when you score 40, 45 points, but they did today. And you're sure not going to win many when you score 43. 6 for 24 at second half, that doesn't get you victories. Our moxie guy, our guy with that brings energy, that I love to death, AQ has 0 for 5, 0 for 4. We're not going to win many games when that happens. He had a great look at the end, 9, 10 seconds to go down 2. But we had other opportunities, you know. With a minute to go or whatever it was, 50-some-odd seconds, we said we want a 2 for 1. JJ's going to take the ball. We're going to screen him, go try to get a shot. And it looked like he had a layup that did not go in. So you have to make some plays. And Wyoming, they showed a lot of moxie and mustard. They were tough-minded. Those seniors wanted to say, we want to go to the NCAA tournament, and they did. And our 3 fifth-year seniors wanted to win a conference championship, a Mountain West Conference tournament championship, and we didn't get it done.
Let's go right here in the middle.
So with that the last shot you guys took, you had multiple timeouts. Was there any thought just to set something up, or do you think there's just advantage there to go with what you had?
I'm sorry, when was it?
The last shot where you took the last 3, you had multiple timeouts. Any thought to set something up or just go with what was running out there? for that shot?
The last shot, or
That three-point shot at the end? 10 seconds, whatever, a couple seconds
when he took
left.
the shot, he had a terrific shot. So, you know, you sometimes say take a timeout, but we felt we had the flow and something good would happen, and something good did happen, but it didn't bring closure with happiness. It was a mess.
Over here.
Coach, you played a lot of tough defensive teams in the conference this year, plus Utah, Arizona, Cincinnati. How does Wyoming's defense compare with the best teams you faced this year?
Wyoming says, who do we want to shoot jump shots? They go under any screens that are set. They back off. They dare you to shoot it, and they will dare you to shoot it till you make a few. And we didn't make enough. At the other end, the shot clock got in the red a whole lot of times. And several times, they shoot it with under 5 and got the rebound and had another 35. That slows your possessions down. That lends itself to the kind of 45 to 43 game that we had here.
Go ahead.
Coach, the last couple weeks you'd started to build up some momentum, played some pretty good games, played some good halves here. How does this change things for the psyche of the team, and what do you have to do to sort of get them ready to play again in the NCAA tournament?
I don't think I know the resiliency of youth. We will tomorrow be euphoric when we see our name called. Doesn't matter what numbers behind it or where we go or who we play. So we'll be excited and ready to play. We wanted to win today and have another one, have 4 in a row or 5 in a row, whatever it might have been. But I don't think that will have any impact on our preparation and how we come out ready to compete. We will be as energized as any team in the field of 68.